Well, talk about rewriting the history books. You know, it happens. It does. It happens, and I've seen it. I was having a go at Sir Douglas Haig this morning, reminding people that he was the butcher of Flanders. But I would have added that he also executed about 130 conscientious objectors who refused to fight, because they had conscription in those days, 1916, something like that. And if you refused to go, you got arrested and thrown in prison because you were an evil criminal, and you didn't want to fight on the grounds that you thought killing people was wrong, or religious reasons, or whatever reason. You didn't want to participate in their silly war. Okay, so you got thrown in prison because you were then an evil criminal, and after a little while, after much persuasion, a lot of them joined the army, and others didn't. They refused, and after a while they were transferred to military prisons, given military uniforms, and after a little while longer they were transferred to military prisons in France, and they were then ordered to fight, and they refused, and this meant that they were then charged with refusing to fight in the face of the enemy because they were in France, near the front line, and they were court-martialed and sentenced to death, and 130 of them were shot, executed. And I remember the stink about it, because my grandfather was talking about them, and he was in the First World War. He was on the Somme, and he was said that the local churches, that there's a local church, and they had war memorials erected outside all the local churches, and they said they put all the names of all the soldiers from this parish who fell during the Great War. And there was a big stink because they refused, point blank, to put anyone on the war memorial, any of their names of conscientious objectors that had been executed, shot, because they were evil criminals. And there was a big thing, and I remember talking to him about it, and well, that was the feeling at the time, and they felt that they shouldn't be on the war memorial. Big thing. Anyway, apparently they didn't shoot any. Because you look on Wikipedia now, you Google conscientious objectors, apparently after they were sentenced to death they weren't actually shot at all, and they were given 10 years hard labour instead. Talk about changing facts and history. I mean, if you don't know for a fact these things and you're looking, you won't notice when they change them. So what else have they changed? So Douglas, right, you are, and always have been, and your statue deserves ripping down and throwing in the Thames where it belongs. Thanks for watching.